With today being November 5th, I wanted to remind Republicans who are still voting about a leadership principle that I learned almost 30 years ago. Peter Singh wrote in his book, The Fifth Discipline, about a spring canoe trip that he took with some friends in Maine. And so he and his friends were in their canoes traveling down this icy river when they came to a low water dam, and they put into shore a portage around the dam. They were going to put their canoes back in below the dam. While they were on shore doing that, another party came floating down the river and decided to do the same thing, all except one member of that party who was a single young man taking the river with his rubber raft. Peter Singh said it was clear that the young man had been drinking, and he decided that he'd go over the low water dam. So while his friends and Singh's party stood on shore watching helplessly, the young man was dumped upside down into the icy water at the base of the dam. Peter said that the young man struggled to break free from that maelstrom, that churn that kept sucking him back into the base of the dam, and he could not escape those currents. He said it was just a matter of moments before the temperature and the man's struggle, he drowned, and his body was sucked beneath the surface. But Peter said it's interestingly at that point that a few seconds later, his lifeless body was spit back up downstream where he had been struggling to get to, away from the churn and the currents that kept pulling him back into the turmoil that eventually had killed him. I think today the application for that is clear. I think it's traditional Republicans who've gone over the dam with Trump and MAGA, and you're struggling to break free from it, but the solution is counterintuitive. You're responding as you always have, trying to swim away from the churn, but it's too much to break free. If you would only understand that the solution is counterintuitive, to dive beneath the surface of the icy water, catch the currents that will carry you downstream away from this turmoil. The solution is to vote Kamala Harris. Meanwhile, some of us standing on the shore, helpless to intervene, are watching this party and many of the people that we care about go under.